Where are we meeting men in 2025? I feel very uncomfortable asking that question, but you might know me from a series I made in late 2023, early 2024, where I was doing like monthly dating raps. And
I don't know about this serious series that she's doing or that she's made. However, I do know that she makes a lot of good content on TikTok and she lived in Korea for a very long time. So as always, I linked the original creator below. You can check her out. Let's see what she has to say.
at that time, I was using Bumble and Hinge.
You know, the dating apps in Korea, like anywhere else, they're hit or miss. But it's a lot more a lot more miss and brick than hit. If you know anything about basketball, it's like a late stage Russell Westbrook. You might get a clutch one, but 90% of the time, it's going to be a miss.
To meet people, and I ended up meeting someone and I got into a relationship, and we wanted different things in the long term, so we broke up, but it was a very positive experience, no hard feelings. Last summer I got back on Bumble.
Just to chime in a little bit, I don't know if that person was a foreigner or a Korean. I do not know, but usually when breakups happen in Korea, they're very dramatic. They're very dramatic from what I've been hearing from friends and people in Korea. Usually when you break up in Korea, they don't want to stay friends, which I completely understand, but it's like you're a little bit of an enemy now. It's a lot of vitriol, to say the least.
On Hinge, but I just had some really, really bad experiences. So I took a break from dating around the end of December, and since then, so around 7 months, I have not been on a date, and I haven't used a dating app or gone to, I guess, any kind of meetup events, anything like that. So these days I have been thinking that maybe it would be nice to try and meet someone again, but
I totally agree with taking time, especially if you feel like you need to take some time. But I think you need to take I'm not saying her, just in general. People, the dating apps is not, it's like you could strike gold, but it's not, chances are it's not going to happen. It is just not going to happen.
really don't know if I should get back on the apps or if I should try something a little bit different. And I know this is Korea. I have asked some of my friends if they have any single guy friends that they would want to introduce me to, and they all said no. I don't know if that's because they genuinely don't have guy friends, if they don't think I'm a good match for the guy friends. It doesn't matter. It's not on them to find me someone. But
For people who are unfamiliar with Korean dating culture, she's referring to blind dates or getting. And that is usually how people find dates and find their partners here. So when people when my friends always ask for dating advice in Korea, I always tell them you need to meet more good people. Just in general, regardless of gender. This is because you're widening your network. And it only takes one person because you're only trying to date one person, right? It only takes one person to introduce you to that person. But you never know who that person is going to be. So you have to widen your net regardless of gender and just try to get good people around you so they can throw you the alley-oop to that good person. And that's so getting.
suffice it to say, I am now asking people online. This is so fucking embarrassing. How are we meeting people in 2025? If I'm interested in meeting someone and potentially going on a date with them, where should I look? And I have actually seen a couple of like singles events like this one. I also saw this one where you put on a blindfold and they set you up on a date with someone. So I don't know, maybe I'll try one.
Those ones sound very, very, very gimmicky. Extremely, extremely gimmicky. Again, advice I tell my friends is don't go to particularly dating events. Go to paid events. Now, what do you mean by paid events? Now, what I mean by this is like wine events, networking events, business events. Go to events where there has to be an entry fee. There just has to be entry fee. The reason why there has to be entry fee is because it kind of filters out the weirdos. Where you have events where anybody can enter for free, you're gonna get a lot of weirdos, and that's like the number one thing you want to avoid when you're trying to do dating. Go to a lot of events, and again, how do you know about these events? Korea 360 newsletter down below. You can find out more about these events, but you have to widen your network because a lot of these events too are invite only. I've been to some of these events where it's been invite only. Amazing quality of people. Amazing quality of people. Another thing that's really cool is a lot of restaurants, especially the restaurants that have been around for a long time, they have their anniversary parties. There's one in Busan. I think the restaurant name is like Name. They have like their anniversary parties in July. You just meet a lot of cool people there. Again, you got to pay to get in. And it's just a lot. And they're more like, they have like performances every weekend. So they have like singers and jazz and performances with wine and looking over the beach. It's just positive vibes. And these are the events you have to go to. You have to be more selective about the events you're going to. And you have to be more open, regardless of gender, of who you're meeting, just to widen your network. That's what the advice I would give people who are trying to date seriously in Korea.
Those, but I'm just curious. Please let me know in the comments. Where would you look if you were looking for a partner right now? And also, is there anywhere that you would be interested in me going and then sharing my experience, like a meetup or something like that?
I really respect her.
Where are we meeting?
I really respect her for putting herself out there like that, and she's just trying to make it work. I don't know any updates about her situation. You can click down below and follow her and find out. But again, the advice I would give my friends is, for one, another thing, stop being so thirsty. You gotta stop being so thirsty. And before you start dating seriously, number one, take yourself seriously and take care of yourself. What does that mean? Before you jump in the dating market, be a better prospect. You gotta be a better prospect. Whatever you're lacking, maybe now is the opportunity. Now is the opportune time to better that. Korea's very image based, so like it or not, take care of your image, groom more, gym memberships, clothing, colognes, update yourself before you go back into the dating pool. Update yourself. That's all I'll say. We have to jump into some of these comments. Let's see what they're saying. A lot of people saying we're not meeting them. We're not meeting these men. And one person said, simply, I just gave up on meeting men. So what are you gonna do? Meet women? I don't know. If that's your thing, that's your thing. But not all men need to be given up on. One person said, I've been going to the dinners through the app. Time left. I have met really great guys and girls from the app. It's not a dating app, but it's a great way to meet locals. I think, again, I don't know about this app. I'm not advertising for them. But from what this person is saying, this is what you need to do. You just need to widen your network. And again, like you always hear me say, Korean, if you learn Korean, that also will help a lot. Let's go through one more. One person said, I've met my fiance on Bumble. There are some weirdos, but I've always had luck on there. Always have luck. I have kept the standards high, so I go with my gut. And that's another thing. You can't be so thirsty and then you can't give the first person that gives you attention a chance. But I'm not a dating expert. I'm just giving you my perspective of living in Korea for well over a decade. And a lot of my friends ask me for dating advice, and that's usually what I tell them. So As always, I linked the original creator down below. You can find the free K360 newsletter down below. The Busan Cheat Day party happening at the Bay 101 is for the workout community and everybody else. Find more details below, and I'll see you in the next video.